words of prophecy, which I, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahawashi, will put in thy mouth. Call Layam La, Abanawa, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Rakak Chodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 1. Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahawashi, will put in thy mouth. Tawadi Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Chodash. Another day to know the name of Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, and another day to know the name of the Son, Yahawashi. He saves, He delivers. Yahweh, He is to be, He exists. And also for Wadi Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, for understanding this truth and be able to break it down thoroughly and correctly to the hopeful, sincere, humble elect. And for Wadi Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, for placing the fear upon me, giving me the diligence, the intellect, the spiritual intellect, giving me the dedication, the humility, the sincerity, everything that I need to Adawan Ratazah progress and move forward, man. And may Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi bless you, true, sincere Akim wa Akwaf, with some of the same things that I just stated, and some of the things that I have not stated. And you know, as it states in the book of Matthew, chapter 13, maybe 9 on down, and also further down, what also says, you know, that which a man has shall be taken, and that which he has shall be given more. You know, roughly paraphrasing the precept. So we hope to be those ones that are being given more. And that also, as stated down in the book of Matthew 13, he said, you know, blessed are our eyes because we are seeing those things that our forefathers, which we are our forefathers, desire to see in these days, man. Because right now is history in the making, man. And you know, in order for us to get to that glorious, wonderful promise, you know, of prosperity, peace, comfort, rulership, righteousness flourishing upon the earth, we got to go through the trials, the tribulations, through the furnace of adversity. We have to be put through all the prophecies that Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi has ordained for us to be a part of. So, and the Lord also stated that He will be with us in various precepts, and you know, also with us being purged of that leaven, of the filth that is not going to be beneficial to us. The Lord is always going to make a way for us to be able to escape the trials and the tribulations that He brings upon us, man. So, you know, in Salakia, I must say before I forget, I normally, you know, premiere a lesson, you know, at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is no excuse, but, you know, I make sure to the best of my ability to put something up regardless. But, you know, we had a beautiful class last night, very beautiful class. You know, the job, the plantation, been working me since I came back from vacation, and I was going to go live today, but there was a lot of stuff at the plantation to do, so, you know, once I left the gym, hit the button. So, you know, just to have a conversation with y'all, you know, I don't want to rock the Zah, y'all spirits is, you know, staying elevated and uplifted through these beautiful precepts that the beloved seers, watchmen, prophets, mouthpiece of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi that's professing to you daily to give you comfort, to give you clarification. Okay, as it also states in the book of, I believe, 1 Thessalonians, comfort one another with these words. And that's what we're, you know, amongst various tasks that we're here to do. We're here to comfort those that seek comforting. You know, as it also states, and also in the book of 2 Thessalonians, those of you that are troubled, come rest with us, man. You know, so we're resting in these scriptures and these precepts that give us clarity, that give us assurance, that give us everything that we need to get by in these days to come, man. Because, right now you're able to, go to the store, go to a restaurant. You have somewhat of of that delusion of freedom, liberty. Okay? And, it's going to get to the point where Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of, is literally going to, to be clear, so those that are new that can understand, you're going to be put on punishment. You're going to have a curfew. This man is a tyrant. Okay, this savage, this real nigga of the earth, this cancer, this plague, this virus. Okay, the red Hebrew Edomites, aka the Caucasians that they call themselves, they're a virus, man. And the Lord is going to purge out that virus, and we're going to get our get back. We're going to have our revenge. The Lord's going to bring His vengeance upon the nation of the Edomites and also the other heathen, man. Roughly meditating upon, I believe, Psalms 83 chapter. They made a confederacy against us, man. And they believe that they have prospered in that confederacy, if I'm saying the word right, Salakia, or confederate, let's say that. They made against us to vanquish our nationality, our heritage, our culture, the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, our power, our customs, etc., man. And now, and furthermore, that's also a prophecy. Because it also states in the book of Jeremiah 17 verse 4, even thou thyself, which that's a very heavy precept to break down, because the Lord was telling Jeremiah, even yourself, even you shall discontinue from your heritage that I gave you. And that goes to the whole nation. And kind of meditating on the lesson from last night, our people, 2/3 of our people are fucking heathens, man. Because our people want to, cleave and gravitate, man, come on, man. Cleave and gravitate towards the customs of the heathen. And also, our people want to be heathens. It's as it states in the book of Ecclesiastes, there's nothing new under the sun, man. So, what we're seeing right now is nothing new under the sun, man. It's the same old song with these same wicked, perverse, corrupted, evil jakes, man. The same mindset. Salakia, hold on one second. Bear with me 1 second. Salakia. Salakia, hope I'm still here. I'm trying to put do not disturb up on my phone real quick. Salakia. But yeah, man, it's the same jakes of the days of old. In the Roman captivity, the Greek captivity, Nineveh, Babylon, all these captivities, man, the same mindset, the same agenda, the same disrespect, disobedience, disregard towards Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, towards our customs, man. The more you grow in this truth, the more you just sit back and you just understand and you just accept what it is, and you accept the Lord's plan, because at the end of the day, the Lord's plan should be your plan. As Yahweh Shah stated in the book of St. John chapter 17, that He wants us to be one with Him and Yahweh. So that means no divisions in anything. Our mindsets are the same. We agree. The doctrine, the judgment, everything that the Lord's going to bring forth and do. We have no quarrel. We have no wishy-washy feelings. We're not going to question Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. We completely agree and we understand. And that also refers to Ephesians chapter 1. Yahweh Shah was set up and is still set up until this day to teach us the mindset of Yahweh. Okay, and that's how we're getting, god damn, fuck. That's how we're getting say Salaki, it's a car accident. I hope my damn tire don't have no glass, and that's why I said that. Salaki, forgive me. But that's how we're learning the mindset of Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. You know, and what did Yahweh say in the Gospels? He said, "This is my beloved son, hear ye him." And that's in the New Testament. But what did he also say in the Old Testament? Through various precepts, I will send you an angel. Listen to him, because my name is in him. You know, in the book of Exodus, and also in Deuteronomy, I will raise up a prophet from thy brethren like thee. You know, roughly paraphrasing in the book of Deuteronomy 18, onto you. Listen to him, because my words are in him. So, you know, it's really it should really be no friction when it comes with, you know, the Lord chooses those that he wants to be able to hear this word and resonate with this word and get comfort, and again, clarity, assurance, etc. You know, through Yahweh Shai. You know, as Yahweh Shai stated in the book of I believe St. John chapter 10, and gave them to him. Okay? And you know, the 1/3 with the 144,000, those are the ones that always, in every captivity, always came back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because again, man's goings are of the Lord, man. So how can a man then know his own way? So, you know, myself, speaking for myself, which it should be in agreement with y'all, I'm praying for the Lord to lead me to salvation. You know, because that's scary with his various precepts. Proverbs 20 verse 24, Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 23, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and other various precepts. You know, also in the book of Job chapter 33 verses either 14 to 15 or 15 to 16. That is scary, because and also too, Salakia, the Lord has given us various examples, you know, of him having people in the truth and spewing them out and leading them to be bugged out, demonic, and just waiting for destruction. And we also see that the Lord, you know, has led out people, you know, in the world, whether it be an actor or a rapper, whatever. These people got demons. You know how much stuff you got to do to be in a certain type of tax bracket in this society? You got to continue to do these things. You don't just do them one time with Esau. You got to continue. And Esau is a nasty piece of shit. Salakia. And you also want to be clear, straight, direct, and to the point. Esau is nasty, man. So you can only imagine what these jakes have done and have to continue to do to stay in that type of tax bracket and to have that type of benefit in this hellhole, which is no benefit for real. Okay, but it's, you know, it's a scary thing, because the Lord can lead you to your demise, your destruction, man. When people get put to death, it's the Lord leading them to however it's done for them to get put to death, man. You know, even though we know if that's a part of our lot to, you know, to be called back into the spiritual realm. You know, one thing that I can say for myself, which again should be in agreement with you, beloved Akim wa Akwaf, if that's part of our lot, we just hope and pray that we continue to do righteousness and what's according and pleasurable and pleasing and acceptable to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, because as it states, their works do follow them. You know, in Revelation, you know, shall rise up first with Yahweh Shai. And also in the book of Ezekiel 33 or chapter 18, one of those chapters, maybe both, that you know, once we continue to do righteousness, our wickedness and our transgression shall not be mentioned, you know, roughly paraphrasing. But, you know, I'm going to leave it right there, man. This is just a few thoughts I had on my mind. And, you know, I can't really, you know, it's not in my spirit to go besides Sunday, because that's the day I just let my brain rest and just, you know, meditate. But, you know, really can't go without doing a lesson. I got to do a lesson. So whether it's something like this or an actual lesson. But, you know, I don't want to rock this out. It was edifying. And I hope and I pray that you, beloved Akim wa Akwaf, may the blessing and election and protection be a place upon you in your household. So with that, I'm just going to say, hey, Shalom. I don't want to rock this out to the next one. Shalom, shalom. Love y'all.